Hi, this is Mukesh. In this video, we will discuss about object store component. I will also try to explain request HTTP request component, uh, and I will try to send data through query parameter with this HTTP request component. So I have already created this project to make this video short. Here I have created three flow. First flow is for to store the data, whatever data we want to save inside the object store, and this is second flow. This flow is to track the data from object store, and this third flow is to clear all the data, whatever data we have already saved inside the object store. It will clear all the data from the object store. So I will try to explain, and I will also show you the configuration and whatever the things I have created in each and every components. I will show you one by one. So this is HTTP listener component. As we all know, this HTTP listener component provide endpoint to invoke any project. So here I have created configuration. By clicking on add button, we can create configuration for any listener. So I have already created the configuration, so I will click on edit button. Here I have provided the port name as 8081 and host is all interfaces. So we can use any interface like HTTP, HTTPS or any interface, either it is on server or it is local. So we can all interfaces. So that's why I have selected as all interfaces and port is 8081. And here I have also provided the path name. The path name is I have given the slash object store. So through this port number and object store, we can call this listener. And here I have taken a set variable component. I want to extract query parameter. So that's why I have used a set variable component to create a variable and to save the query parameter inside this set variable. To extract the query parameter, we will have to write the expression like this: attributes.queryparams.id. So what we will do, in the postman I will provide parameter with the name id, and whatever id I will provide here, it will be saved with this variable record id. And after that I have used a file read component. In this file component, I have created a configuration by clicking on add button as I have already created. So to show this, I will click on edit button. Here I have checked the checkbox to create connection, and here I have provided simply C drive here as a path, and whatever data we want to read or we want to fetch from my local computer. So this is the file contact list.csv file. So this is the path of this file. So this file is going to be read through this through this file read component. I will also show you the content of this file. So these are all the content of this file. First column is for email and others for phone, id, type, name. So what I'm going to do with this project, that I will provide id as a query parameter, and after that it will store with the key name id, and it will save all the other details of this particular id. If I do not give any query parameter, then it will save all the contact lists with the key name, with the key named as all. So for that I will have to write the database expression accordingly. And after this component I have used object store component. What this component is doing, it is storing the data inside the object store with the key name. So in future, if I require any data, then I will provide simply key, then it will return the particular value which is saved with the key name. It will return those value. So that's why I have provided a key, and here it is the content of the uh, of the value, means whatever the value will be saved with this key name. So I have provided the key name as record id, which is the set variable component. The record id is variable name and where is keyword. So with this keyword, with the id, it will save the record. But if I've also provided the default as all, if there will not be any record id, then it will give the key name as all, and it will save the all the records. So for that same thing I have did for value. I have first this read file component is giving the value in CSV format, so that's why I wanted to convert it to JSON format. So that's why I have written like output application slash JSON, and after that I have used if else logic. So inside the if condition I have provided that where's record id not equal to null. So when when there will not be any value uh, inside the variable, then at that time it will save all the whole payload. But if there will be any value inside the variable, inside the record id variable, so at that time it will filter out the data with the particular record id. So filter is the keyword which is used to filter out data from whatever content we have. So I have written that payload, and payload means whole data, whatever data is fetched through this component, and filter is the keyword to filter out the data, and inside the bracket I have provided the condition here. So $.id is signifying the whole the id column, means it is signifying this whole id column 1 to 20. And here is vars.record id. Vars.record id is signifying the set variable component. So when this vars.record id is will be equal to any value, so that value and that particular record will be filtered out. So in this way this data wave expression is working here. For this object store component I have also created a configuration for here in downside. So I have already created here, so that's why I will click on edit button. If you have not created object store configuration, then you can click on add button. Here all the things are by default set here. Only I have provided the expiration interval because I want to close this uh, process after 10 minutes. If there will not be any data, then after 10 minutes it will automatically close the process. After a store component I have provided a HTTP request component. This HTTP request component simply call this flow retrieve flow, because after storing all the value I also want to show that value, whatever the value is shown inside the object store I want to show that value. So that's why I have called this retrieve flow here. I have also provided the listener here, so that's why we can directly call this flow too. But I also want to call after storing any data. I also want to show those data in Postman. That's why I have used request component here. So I will show you the configuration for this request component. Here I have created configuration for request component by clicking on edit button. Here I have already created, so I will click on edit button. And here by default base path is saved as slash. I will leave as it is, and protocol is HTTP. I have provided the host name as localhost and the port is 8081. Apart from that, all the things are set as default. And here method is selected as get method. Path I have given the path is retrieve data because the listener, for this listener I have provided the path as retrieve data. So that's why I have given here path name is retrieve data to call the second flow. And body is payload, means whole payload will be sent to that flow. And I have provided the query parameter. And the name of the query parameter is id, and the value will be where's.record id. So whatever id will be saved inside this set variable component, that id will be sent to second flow through this query parameter. So where's.record id, if there will not be any value in where's.record id, at that time it will send default id as all. So In this way I'm sending the query parameter here, and here I have created second flow. This is retrieve flow. The same listener I have used here. The configuration is same as first flow. I haven't created any configuration here. It has taken same configuration which is used in first flow. And here I provided the different path as retrieve data. And this is retrieve component of object store. This retrieve component, I have provided the key. Whatever the value I want to extract with the key name, I have provided that key. So I want to extract this ID, means whatever the value will be saved inside this query parameter with the name ID, that key value will come here, and that and those value which is saved with this key, that value will be populated in the postman. And here I have also provided the default value as well. If there in case if there will not be any value, then it will take key name as all. So these are the all things. And I have also provided default value, means I have saved any value with the id as 5, and mistakenly I am providing 8, and if there will not be any id with the name 8, at that time it will show the default value like this: there is no data available with this particular id. So this is default value. If that particular key will not be found inside the object stored, at that time it will show this default value. And this set payload I have simply given like application slash json. It will convert the whole data into json. It will show the whatever the content is saved inside the payload, that content will be shown by this set payload component, because I want to show the result in postman, so that's why I have used this set payload component. And after this is third flow. I have given same thing in the HTTP listener. I have created I have used same configuration which is used in first and second flow. Here I have provided the path image clear one. So we can observe one thing, that for all three flow, the port number is same as 8081, but path name is different in all three flow. And this is clear all component of object stores, and I have used same object store configuration component which is used in both the flow. So this object store component and this object store component and this object store component, all components are using same configuration. So I haven't created any configuration here. I have used same configuration again and again. And this is set payload component. So after clearing all the data, I want to show the message that the all the data has been cleared. So that's why I have set the payload as all the records has been removed from object store. In this project I have used only three components. I will also explain other components, like this is contains component. I will provide the key. It will return that this key is present inside the object store or not. So there is difference between clear and remove components. So clear component is used when I want to remove all the key and all the values inside the object store. But when I want to remove only a particular value with a particular key, at the time we can use remove components. And we have already used retrieve components here. And this is retrieve all components. In this component too, we will not have to provide any key. It will return all the value with the key name. But retrieve component is used when we want to retrieve a particular records with a particular key. At the time we are using retrieve component. And retrieve all key is used when, so it will simply return the key name, whatever the records is saved with the key. So only the key name will be shown through this component. So these are all about object store components. Now I will run this project. Now this project has successfully deployed. Now I will try to invoke this project and I will try to understand. This is the path name. Here I have provided the port number as 8081, and the path name is object store. So at this time I am not providing any ID as a query parameter. I will simply send this value. Now we can see here that all the records is created and is saved inside the object store, and also it has retrieved uh, using second flow, and it has shown all the records here. Whatever the records is saved in the CSV file, all the records are retrieved, saved and retrieved from object store here. And now I will provide a ID. So I have given the name of ID in query parameter as ID. So that's why I will give the same key name here, and I am providing 3. We can provide any 1 to 20 because records are found between 1 to 20 as ID. So within this range I will provide any ID name here. So I have provided here ID as 3. Now we can see that the ID equal to 3, and all the other records with this ID has been stored and also retrieved using first and second flow of our project. Now I will directly call second flow because when we are calling first flow at that time, we have also used HTTP request in first flow. That's why it was calling first and second flow both. But I also want to directly call second flow. So I have given same port number, but path name is retrieve data, which is the path name of second flow. And here I will send without any key or ID. Now we can see that here I haven't provided any key. That's why it has by default taken the key as all, and it has returned all the records here. But what happened if I provide any key as all? Then let's see what happened. Here I have provided key name as ID and value as all. So let's see what happened. Now it has written same thing. If even if we do not provide ID as all, by default it will take ID as all, and it will return all the value. And I have also saved one record with the ID 3. Let's see. So I have provided ID is equal to 3. Let's see. Now it has returned that particular records here, but I haven't saved any other ID. I have saved all the records with the key as all, and I have used the ID 3. So one record is saved with the ID 3. So now let's see what happened with other ID. Now I will invoke this project with the key ID as 8. So now we can see that here it is showing that there is no data available with this particular ID because we haven't saved any records with the key or ID as 8. So that's why it is showing the default value. In the retrieve component I have provided the default value like this. There is no data available with this particular ID. So that's why here in Postman we are getting that there is no data available with this particular ID. Now I will call directly third flow. So here this is clear all. Now I will call this flow. Now it has returned that all the records has been removed from object store. In our project in third flow, I have set the payload at last that all the records has been removed from object store. So the same message is shown here in Postman. Our ID is equal to 3. We are this record once we have saved, but after that we have run the third flow and it has cleared all the records. So now I will try to invoke the second flow again. Now let's see what happened. Now it is showing that there is no data available with this particular ID. Once we have saved, but after that we have run the third flow and it has cleared all the records here. So that's why now there is no records found the object store. That's why it is showing that there is no data available with this particular ID. So this is all about object store component and query parameter and HTTP request components and data wave expression. So if you like this video, please like, share and subscribe this channel. Thank you.